Batman vs. Superman could have been better.
Batman vs. Superman. A good, but not totally good movie.
Yeah.
It could have been a better.
It could have been a lot better because, I mean, I love DC movies. I love Marvel movies. You guys know that. Hopefully.
It just needed a lot of improvements.
Yeah, especially with the setting up movies to Batman vs. Superman, because Man of Steel was okay, in my opinion, and then Batman v Superman came out. I feel like that Batman was kind of there just to be there, because he was kind of like if you're going to do a second Superman right after the first one, at least have that, not have Batman in it, because...
Also, they forced a lot of things, like Doomsday. They could have waited till, like, the third Superman movie, or Man of Steel movie, to do that.
For me, because they didn't really set that up in the other films, like what Marvel does, they set up bigger things that are coming. They set up their heroes for different films, like the ending credit scene or the after credit scene of...
Yeah, like that. They should have had an after credit scene where they show, like, the making of Doomsday or something, or, like... Because Doomsday's origin story is that he was shot down from space, kind of like Superman, except he was kind of full grown already. So what they could have done is, like, in the end credit scene, they could have shown, like a space, like, thing coming down from the heavens to down from Earth.
Because when... I feel like Doomsday was almost kind of a tool for Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman to all have to team up to fight him. So, in one way, I feel like he was kind of a tool. And I don't really believe that he was created by Lex Luthor, because that's kind of how they were going for, I think, in the film.
Yeah, Lex Luthor was his blood.
Yeah.
Also, if you look at some of the earlier art for Doomsday, he had more spikes, and that's, that's way better, because in the comics he has a lot of spikes. And he kind of looked like the Abomination from the Hulk movie in Batman vs. Superman.
And Wonder Woman was good. I feel like they did do her character pretty well, so I'll give the movie a plus for that, because she kind of over-tricked Batman, and that kind of gave Bruce Wayne a little bit more of a reason to be a good character, because he got kind of outsmarted by Wonder Woman in some scenes. I really liked Batman. Superman, Henry Cavill's okay as Superman. I don't feel like he is anything spectacular, but the film's also really fast-paced at times. Like, it'll go from one storyline to, like, a completely different one.
Also, it would have been really interesting to see, like, Robin, because they really teased at Robin a lot. Like in Batman Begins, not Batman Begins, the Batman movie with Bane in it, they teased at...
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, Dark Knight Rises. They teased at Robin at the end credit scene. Also, they teased at Robin in the Batman vs. Superman, the first trailer, but they never had that Robin scene in the actual movie. They also teased Robin in the Suicide Squad, but we still didn't get anything of Robin yet. So that was kind of disappointing. I
hope they do at least do Nightwing, because I feel like Nightwing could be really cool. And because they kind of went from having Batman, like, also, one other thing after this, the only real thing, like what Donald was saying, in the trailers they kind of showed that Joker kind of killed Robin, basically, is what it looked like. And they kind of went there, and then they didn't go anywhere else with it. I think that's kind of maybe what you're saying. Like, they kind of...
Yeah, they didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, they kind of just went from Batman's disappointed. And I think that's maybe one of the motivations, but I feel like that's kind of the only excuse you can get. And one other thing about Batman, he does kill people in this film, which I feel like is a darker take, but there's not really a real reason for it.
Could they... Another thing that has to do with Robin, they could have done it because, in one of the comics, Robin dies and he becomes Red Hood, and Batman, not Robin, Damian Wayne, Robin's son, in the new comics dies, and then he gets so angry that, he starts killing his criminals. They could have showed that, and that would be a reason why he's killing people, because he's, really breaking his law.
Because Batman was, in the comics and in some of the movies too, he was always on the edge of that kind of killing point, because Batman's a kind of a darker hero in his suit, and he's not the most like he's not the kind of guy you're gonna go up to and be like, "Oh, Batman," and like give him a handshake or anything. Because he's kind of he lives in the shadows almost.
Yeah,
And-
he works on his own terms.
Yeah, which I feel like, what would kind of had made his relationship with working with Superman a little bit better. Because if he had already worked with Robin, and that reminds me of a really ridiculous part in that movie, and yeah, like because if he had already worked with Robin, I feel like he could have been a little bit more generous with working with other people. I don't know where that point was going, but I was just kind of throwing that out there.
Also, another thing is, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, also another thing, Superman kills people too. Like, where they go to Syria and, Jane Foster is being, captured by the Syria crew members. He goes to Syria, and then the first thing he does is punches a guy, like he slams a guy through, like, a couple buildings, and there's no way he survived that.
Yeah.
Because, like, when they were talking about it, when, you know, they escaped, he was like, I didn't kill anyone, and I was laughing. People in the movie theater were laughing from that, because he obviously killed people.
Yeah, if you threw a guy through like a lot of walls, then he's not gonna really live.
Yeah,
He'd obviously break his back, and if he's doing this, then he might get a head.
Also, he was, like, punching him like that. So he was like, he had to, like, break his ribs or something.
And something that I felt like was way too forced was the whole Martha thing with Batman. Because Batman has this stick with kryptonite on the end, and he's about to get Superman.
Yeah, that was really stupid.
Like, I feel like just because your parents have the same name doesn't really... I mean,
It doesn't really have to change your mind about it and, like, oh, yeah, our parents have the same name. I'm not going to kill you. That's like saying, oh, you're like, because basically what happened was, oh, you're terrorizing my city. You need to be stopped. You're a danger. Mm-hmm. Oh, our moms have the same names. Oh, that's cool. Let's be friends.
Yeah, they did that in the How It Should Have Ended, which I feel like was really funny. It was good to see that posted and just feel like I haven't seen Zack Snyder directing any of the other DC films. Like, I didn't see him in the cast when Suicide Squad came out. When I watched the credits for that, the movie was directed by somebody else, which I don't remember who it was directed by. But especially because Batman basically has Superman cornered, and he gives up the chance. Like, Superman could have easily tricked Batman into doing that.
Yeah, he fell for that kryptonite gas twice.
Mm-hmm.
You could have stopped him while he was reloading his gun. You obviously saw him reload his gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could have just, like, super speeded behind him, like, punch him or something. That's what I would have done.
Mm-hmm. But,
yeah.
And Lois Lane doesn't, like, she's almost... I'm taking up some of this stuff from a movie review because it's just really good points, and some of these are my thoughts. But one part is Lois Lane is kind of just there to be an emotional thing for Superman, and I feel like I didn't see Man of Steel very much. Like, I don't really remember that movie very much anymore because it's been so long since I've seen it. But if his mother is in danger, then I don't really feel too much emotion since I haven't really gotten used to that character. Was she in much of Man of Steel? His new mom?
No, not really. Not really. Only when the flashbacks when he was a kid. That's really all.
Like, because, and then, like, she's just kind of there and she's suddenly captured. Like, how do they know that that's Superman's mom? Like,
also, if they knew that was Superman's mom, they had to know his secret identity, right?
Yeah, because you can't really look up Superman's address.
And how did he not know where his mom is? But he always knows where. I forgot her name.
Lois Lane.
Lois. Yeah, Lois. Oh, earlier I said Jane Foster. I meant Lois Lane.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so how can he find Lois Lane all the time, but he can't find his mom?
I feel like his mom would be a bit more important than Lois Lane. Just saying, like, if I were more in touch with a friend than my parent, I feel a little bit like I wouldn't respect my parents as much. But Alfred was really good in the movie. I liked Alfred.
Yeah, I liked Alfred.
Yeah,
he was cool. He kind of reminded me of more of a what's his name? The police officer.
Gordon, James
Yeah,
Gordon.
James Gordon. He kind of reminded me more of James Gordon. He looks like him a little bit too.
Yeah, he has a little
He doesn't really
resemblance.
look like Alfred. He looks. I kind of like that. I kind of like that new look for him.
Yeah,
That's nice.
because he looks more like a old-timey like businessman.
Yeah.
And
Also, another thing that was kind of stupid to me, the reason they wanted Doomsday in there was so they could have Superman die. Like,
Yeah,
because
that's-
if you,
he can't really die any other way, really.
yeah, spoilers by the way, if you haven't seen the end credit scene, you see Superman being carried by the coffin. I
Mhm.
mean, being buried
Mhm.
because he was presumed dead, and then you see his coffin shake,
Mhm.
which people obviously knew was going to happen.
Yeah, because you can't really, if you're gonna make the Justice League film, you really cannot leave out Superman because he's
Yeah, so-
crucial.
Also, if you see the Superman little cast thing, you see like Superman with Zack Snyder, you see Superman with Zack Snyder. So like he's obviously gonna be making a return, probably to help fight off whoever's gonna be the villain.
In Justice League. And if they do, is Darkseid like DC's kind of Thanos?
Yeah, Darkseid.
Yeah, Darkseid. If they fight Darkseid in Justice League, then I'm gonna be happy because I like that villain a lot. But I'm also it's gonna be another Doomsday problem. They
Yeah,
didn't
it's
really
gonna be another thing that's forced. They need to save all the big villains. Like, if you don't know who Steppenwolf is, that's basically Doomsday's first in command. They
Okay.
should do that, and there's been a lot of speculation that it's gonna be Steppenwolf.
Mhm.
Because if you see the director's cut of Batman vs Superman, they kind of replace Doomsday with Steppenwolf a little bit.
Mhm.
They kind of replace Doomsday, which I like. So that was pretty cool. But if they do Steppenwolf, that would be cool. That'd be cool.
And the thing that Marvel movies have done so well is because when they were setting up the Avengers movie, they just focused on kind of setting up that film, and then after that they started doing Thanos stuff. Because if you're gonna plan a big villain, especially if you're doing a comic book movie, you want to set that up like as soon as you can, so it leaves people anticipated. I mean, don't reveal it completely, but kind of like touch on it a little bit in each movie. Which I feel like the DC movies, if they did that, then I feel like that would be a big plus for most of them. And feel like that's kind of it. And if you guys want us to do anything about like the Suicide Squad movie,
Yeah.
which I feel like I have a lot more problems with that film than this one.
Yeah.
And yeah, and also one other thing. If they do the Batman movie and they're gonna have Joker in it, if they're gonna do the Suicide Squad Joker, I'm gonna be a little disappointed, and you'll see why if we ever do that Suicide Squad video.
Yeah, but basically all we're saying is Batman vs Superman. It was an okay movie.
Mhm.
Could have been a lot better, but yeah.
Especially with these two characters that are like two of the most popular pop culture.
Yeah, and they did
comic book.
kind of bad with them.
Even though I do like Ben Affleck as Batman, I feel like he'll do really good
Yeah,
in the future.
he's done good. He's done
Yeah.
good.
But I feel like that's kind of it. And if you guys enjoyed this video, you can leave a like. And I'm StupidDog64, and I approve this message. Peace.